everyone. So I wanted to do my new foundation routine using my Lancome Tint Idol Fresh Wear foundation. See that? It's a great foundation. It's very light. It's a light to medium coverage. I still love to use my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus, which is the medium to full coverage. I use that when I'm going to work or when I know like nighttime I use a lot fuller face when I want that flawless face. But when it comes to everyday use, like when I go to school or when I go eat some lunch for during the day, or just going to go to the beach or something, just really, I'm going to be outside for a long period of time, I'm going to want to wear SPF. So I will wear this because it has an SPF in it. It's a great foundation. It's very light. It doesn't cover as much as my scarring as the Makeup Forever one, of course, but it's still very nice, and I do like the way it feels on my skin. So I'm going to teach you guys how I apply this, and I'll show you what products I use along with it. But I'm just going to show you my foundation routine, and I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned if you want to learn how to do it. Alright, so the first thing I normally do is I apply some kind of mattifier. Now, because my skin is so oily, I like to apply a mattifier. Now, normally I use my Laura Mercier Secret Mattifier, which is that gray tube I normally use. But I'm kind of running low on it, and I want to save it up. So I purchased this Clean and Clear Finishing Mattifier moisturizer. Now you can get I got mine at Walmart. I think it was about $5 or $6, but there it is for you. It's the Clean and Clear Finishes Mattifying Moisturizer SPF 15, and it contains super absorbing minerals that controls shine for all day. I don't normally use moisturizers because my skin's so oily, but I actually do like this one. I've used it a couple of times. So I take a small amount and I'm just going to apply it to my face. I'm going to actually just pin my hair back. Just put that there. Take the rest here onto my chin. Now this stuff really does mattify my skin. Like I'll show you. So as you can see, my skin is becoming very matte, and it's also moisturizing it at the same time. The only thing I find very strange about this product is that it kind of leaves my face looking a tad bit white. As you can see, it kind of paled my skin out, which I think is a bit strange. But other than that, it's really nice. It does leave my skin very matte, but as you can see, it does look a little bit white. So I don't know what so there's that for you. That is the Clean and Clear Finishes Mattifying Moisturizer. I'm going to use it for a little bit longer, and then I'll do a full review on it, so you can look out for that. Next, I apply my foundation. So now that my skin is very moisturized and it's matte as well, so I kind of killed two birds with one stone. If you want to look at my skin, I still have quite a bit of scars here. And I do get blemishes every now and then, but the majority of my skin is pretty clear. It's not as bad as it was before. So this medium to full coverage is just what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to take my foundation and I'm going to shake it a bit because it is very liquidy. It's not as thick as most mattifying foundation. This one, it does have a little bit of matte in it, but not as much as the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. So I'm just going to take it on my skin and just move it around. If you wanted a fuller coverage face, then I would definitely pat this on, like how I did with my other foundation, you know, pat it on like this. But because it's very light, I'm okay with it being a little bit light. I'm not really worried about how it looks so much. So I'll take a bit more and just really work it into my skin. So don't forget your chin area. I do have foundation brushes, but majority of the time I honestly do just like the way foundation looks when applied with your hands. I just think that it gives a better texture to it. Now what I'm going to do is just pat it on the areas where I want a little bit more coverage. So just that's chin area. Notice how before I was blending it in, and now I'm patting it on. So the difference between the patting and the rubbing in The rubbing in is really working it into your skin. It's creating that lighter finish. Patting is kind of stippling it on with your fingers. You could use a stippling brush, but because I'm so used to using my hands, I just rather use my hands. Now, on my other video when I did this, some people had asked me like why I was hitting my face so hard. I know my skin very well, so I know I'm not hurting my skin. So I'm fine with just patting it on. And I'm not smacking my face, I'm just lightly pushing it onto my skin. The good thing about this makeup is that it's so light, it doesn't look cakey. It won't cake up on your skin. It's very, very light and makes your skin look very fresh. And the thing I like about it the most is that it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't really feel like you have anything on compared to the Makeup Forever one. I'm going to kind of blend this in on my nose a bit. So now that we're done with the foundation, I'm done applying everything. That was the Lancome Tint Idol Fresh Wear. I'm just going to wipe off my hands a bit on a towel, a little paper towel. And now let me show you my concealers. Now, when it comes to concealing, my two favorites, like I've always said for the past 2 years, have been these two. This one I mainly use to cover acne because it's a great mattifying concealer and it has full coverage. And this one I use as my under eye base. Now this is a select cover up, and this is the Studio Finish. I found two awesome dupes for these, which are these two. These are very light compared to these two concealers. These two are very light compared. So these have more full coverage. These are more inexpensive. And they do basically the same thing, but they have less coverage. So for the sake of it, I'm going to be using these two. Now, I'm going to conceal my acne first, or my acne scarring. So what I'm going to show you is how to use this product, which is the Hard Candy Camouflage Concealer. This is in the color medium. And there's a product for you. I use about the same way I use my other Select cover-up. This is a dupe for these two, because they do basically the same thing. This comes in with more product, so I'm going to just put this on the back of my hand. The only thing I don't like about this concealer, which is kind of strange, is that it smells kind of funny. It smells kind of like plastic. So I'm going to warm it up, because it does kind of need some kind of movement. And now I'm just going to apply it onto my skin. And I'm trying to get a very light amount. I don't want to get too much and counteract it. See how thick that is? So if you didn't have a MAC near you and you had a Walmart, this would be a great product to purchase because it's so inexpensive. Now I'm going to do my mouth and just look for any more areas that I need a little bit more coverage. So it'll be just along the mouth area where I have a bit more problems. Now next I'm going to use this concealer, which is also an eye treatment and a concealer. So it's very light. I kind of just shake it up a bit and I kind of just dab it right along here. So that's a lot, I know, but it's very sheer product, so I like to just pile it up. Now I'm going to just kind of pat it along. Just like so. And I'm just running the rest of it on top of my eyelid. So now that my face is fully covered, I'm going to apply my setting powder. This is just, in this video I was just supposed to show you guys my full foundation routine, and that's my foundation routine. So now I'm just going to apply my setting powder, which is the e.l.f. Booster Sheer Mineral powder. It's a finishing powder by Eyes Lips Cosmetics. There it is for you. It's a very fine milded powder, so it's very nice. And what I normally do is I just tap a bit to the top of the product. And I have that. And I take my big 150. A couple of you guys have been asking me about what kind of brushes I've been using. I normally use a lot of Sigma brushes. So this is a big 150. Take my product, tap off a bit, and I just lightly tap it on. I don't like to brush it on. I just like to tap it on because if I brush it around, I'll move around the product a lot, and I don't want to do that. I already worked so hard to cover everything and conceal everything that if I begin to brush it around, it'll kind of defeat the whole purpose of concealing. So what I'm doing is just patting it on. So that is it. My face is fully covered. I totally recommend for you guys to go and rewind to the beginning of the video and see how badly my face looked, how scarred it looked. And now with this full face of foundation, it looks really good. I don't think my face looks very cakey or full. I think the technique that I use to apply these products allows my foundation to look very natural. I don't think it looks like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, because I mean, honestly, think about girls you see who wear a ton of makeup and you can totally see that they're wearing a lot of makeup. It's very obvious. But I don't think I look like that. I think I look very flawless and natural. I don't think I look too much. I don't think it looks like I have too much on. So there is my foundation routine. I hope that was helpful. I do like the finishing products of it. My skin doesn't look like it has too much coverage on it. It doesn't look cakey. I recommend for you guys to go to the beginning of the video and see how scarred my skin looked and how imperfect it looked. And now with this easy steps and these easy products and very inexpensive products, it looks very flawless and full coverage. And the thing is, I like this coverage better sometimes than my Makeup Forever, just because it doesn't feel heavy. My face doesn't feel like it has so much product on it, and I think it doesn't look, I feel like it doesn't look very cakey or, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't look very full, but at the same time it looks kind of natural. So let me know what you guys think. I could be totally oblivious and maybe it does look cakey. I don't think it does to me. I feel like I can actually move my face and it doesn't feel heavy, which is, I think, is very important. If you're going to be wearing a full face of foundation, you shouldn't feel like you're wearing it. And I think it makes you look uncomfortable, and you can see the product move sometimes if you don't use the right products to keep them in place. But I think this is a really nice coverage for me, especially just for every day. This foundation normally lasts me about, I would say, 12 hours, which is a pretty long time for just going to shopping or going to get something to eat or whatever have you. But I think this is a great foundation routine. I feel very comfortable in this makeup. Of course, I still love my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. I'll always love that foundation just because it's a great full face foundation. But I think the Lancome Tint Idol Fresh Wear is a great product to use as well if you're looking for that light to medium coverage and you don't really want that full face of foundation. If you were looking for that full face foundation, I would definitely do what I did. But if you were looking for that natural coverage, then I would definitely just put this on, slap on some concealer, and then apply some of this concealer because it's a great lightweight concealer. But that's basically it. I recommend for you guys, for those of you who have oily skin, to try out this product. It's very nice. It feels very mattifying on your skin, and it's also a moisturizer. So I think that's a really great deal. It doesn't dry out your skin, and my flakiness has kind of been dying down because I didn't really use a moisturizer before, so I think it's been helping a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed that and had a great time watching. Stay tuned for my reviews on this product and some other things I have coming up for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye!